Hey everybody, and thanks for watching Woodcrest Bonsai. Well, I'm sad to say that the child part of the parent and child Shillings holly that I tried to save has also died. It's completely brown. I cannot find any green underneath on the cambium. And so, if you notice, if you watch that video, it's in a different pot because I decided to do an emergency repot because it just wasn't looking great. And so I want to do a post-mortem, what happened? How did this thing die? And of course there's a joke, which I can relate to among bonsai people, that bonsai don't die, you kill them. And if you take offense to that, I fully understand. However, so what happened with this tree? Well, the raccoons got to it. It was in a pot, and it was close to the edge of the bench. And I found it very early in the morning, but the tree was completely bare-rooted. The tree was in one place. The pot was about 2.5 feet from it, and the soil was in between. So I super quick put it in another pot, tried to get it going. But I never could get the parent part to really thrive. It just never did much of anything. And I had a die back, and then I tried a new leader, and then it still wasn't really responding. And then the last video I did of this guy, you can see that scar right there. That was the parent. So it used to be like this, and this was the parent coming up in here. It had died completely, and now this has died. And so what I'm thinking is, the tree just never had a chance once it got knocked off the bench and the roots were exposed for as long as it was. And see, and I don't know that. I found it about 7 in the morning. But the raccoons could have knocked it off at midnight, so it could have been sitting with the roots exposed for 7 hours. You just don't know. So, my consolation whenever one of my trees dies is I still have the pot. So, unfortunate. Certainly not what I wanted, but like John Naka says, when people came to his house and they were amazed that he had no dead trees, because sometimes when you have a tree for 10, 15 years and it dies, it's hard to take that sucker out and put it into the trash. But that's what John would say. He said, well, that's because when they die, I throw them away. So this guy's going into the heap, but I still do have the pot. Unavoidable, really. And the raccoons are here to stay. I'm never going to get rid of the raccoons. I tried for many years to trap them, and I would send them. I would take them 10 miles away and release them out into the woods somewhere. But new ones would say, hey, look at this. This looks like a good place to live. So I've given up on all of that. And I don't know what else to say. Maybe there's nothing to say. Maybe I should just end with, if you like looking at a dead tree, please give me a thumbs up. You will not be getting notified of this tree anymore because it's going into the trash as soon as I turn off the camera. But if you want to still subscribe and hit the notification bell, I have a whole bunch of other trees that are still alive. And leave a comment. This is just an unfortunate part of bonsai. And this was one of 5 or 6 trees that I all purchased at the same time, and the rest are all thriving. I've featured them, root pruning them, and repotting them all within the last month or so because shillings that needs to happen in the winter. So they're all good. I just lost this one. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And I promise the next tree I show you will be alive.